God, what's cracking, y'all? We are back on Valley the Old Farm, or the Valley the Old Farm, and we are flying through harvest. Our corn and beans are ready. Excuse me. So, it is time to get some more harvest done. Welcome in on a Monday. And we have got some fantastic topics on deck today. For today's video, we're inching closer to football. We're inching closer, people. We're getting there. And that means soon enough, oxygen, life, it's back. But today has to deal with the summer tradition of breakout players, or as we're going to call it on this channel, breakout season. Now, eventually, I am going to have a list of players, and we're going to talk about them in a video. But today, I want to primarily focus on our gritty, gutty Lions. No. There we go. So that is going to be the case. I have 4 players who I think have a shot at a breakout season. Now, one, I'm going to have to explain because it's close to my heart in a way. But at the same time, this is a rookie we're talking about. But I'm going to go through some reasons why I think this team, or why I think these 4 players will have a breakout season. And if you guys have a player in mind, I'd love to hear it. So, let's get after it. We're already getting into the soybeans. So, let's get into these 4 players. Now, eventually when I do the list, it will be all different teams. Today, let's just primarily focus on the Lions. Get a little excitement going, right? Okay, so number 1, and I know for some people you're going to be like, dude, you're being a little bit of a fanboy here. Listen, as we like to say, mistakes were made. I don't think it's a mistake. The point is that it is my guy, Aiden. or as we like to call him in my house, Hutch. Here's the deal. Biggest leap is year 2. Year 2 or 3 is the biggest leap for an edge guy. And Aiden's heading into year 2. Now look, I've said it before and I will continue to say it. Yes, I do think in some people's minds, he does have the I don't even know what to call it, but it's not a trademark, but it's like a tag. This unfair tag of being the savior of the Lions, right? Here's the point. As I said, the biggest leap is year 2, year 3. I think it's year 2 for Aiden. Aiden is mature, he's smart, and this kid knows how to make plays. On top of that, remember when I said that the biggest improvement was the secondary? Guess what? You know how you get a good secondary? You address the defensive line. You address the pass rush. You did just that. Look, he's a hard hitter. Kid's just a beast, man. So one, for me is gotta be my guy, Aiden. Number 2, Monty, aka David Montgomery. This one's pretty simple. They have a top 10, if not top 5 offensive line in all of football. Well, they're going to need that this year if they plan on running the ball and doing what they love to do for Jared Goff and getting him in play action situations. This team wants to run the ball. You've got Ben Johnson. What did we say last year? Last year we said that Amon-Ra got to a point as to where this was Cooper Kupp-esque. Meaning, Ben Johnson schemed him open. He has playmaking ability. We know this. And on top of that, the offensive line. Nice. All right. So Monty is going to be number 2 on my list. Number 3, Pascal. Look, missed last season because of some injuries. That was a big topic this offseason. Look, he's going to get help from this defensive line. And I think, to an extent, I can't prove it, but I do believe his mentor on that line is going to be Aiden. and again, I'm just saying what I feel on that. Look, you added Broderick Martin. He's a run stuffer. You've got Pascal, who can help out with pass rush and run stuffing ability. James Houston, Aquara, maybe even Chase Young, if we trade for him. There's a lot of help on that defensive line, and look, we talked about it in the last video that we talked about the Lions. Very, very simply, this defense has got a ton to prove this season. And look, if this team is going to get home to the point where they want to be, they're going to need this guy. And I think you could also make the argument for Pascal that year 2 is the leap. And finally, it is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, this is the one that I said is controversial, based on the fact that Jahmyr is a rookie. Look, he's got the ability at any time to take it to the house. Jahmyr has 4.3 speed. On top of that, pass catching ability. You've heard Dan Campbell with a few comments saying that he does believe both Monty and Jahmyr will be on the field together. Look, if that's the case, that's going to be a credit to Ben Johnson. And on top of that, he does have Ben Johnson. And not only that, but once again, the offensive line. And I'll tell you this. You know, they were top 5 last year. I would expect top 3 this season. Everybody stays healthy. You're getting Vitae back. Man, that offensive line is going to be nasty. So now it's up to you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys have a certain player in mind? Is there a player I missed? I think these are the top 4 guys primed for a breakout season as far as this season goes. Now look, as I said, the Jahmyr one, yeah, that is a little controversial, but guys, his ability is going to tell us from the get. And I do think very, very much his ability is going to help this team. And I'll admit it. Yeah, we got a little bit of ahead of ourselves talking about, how the story ends and, this, that, the other. But, listen, it is win now mode. And, we're getting closer to training camp. If there is one thing I can tell you, just breathe. It's almost here. It's almost here. But look, straight up, I think these are the 4 guys primed for a breakout season. And I think it's going to be interesting. And as far as it goes, yeah, I'm sure there's people I missed. But again, these are the top 4 in my mind. So now it's up to you guys. Do you guys think there is one or two on this list that you could easily say no to? Or is it the fact of you could substitute somebody in and make the case for them? Because I think if I had to rank them out as far as it goes, it would be exactly how I ranked them out as far as Aiden, Pascal, Aiden, Monty, Pascal, Gibbs. Look, and as I said, I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I love his ability, and I can't wait to see him on the field. I cannot wait. But I want to know from you guys. I want to have a discussion about this because, look, as we inch closer to training camp, look, we're going to be pumping out content like no tomorrow. So with that, let's hop in the old Massey and let's go ahead and let's get this combine unloaded. Yes, sir. And listen, we're gonna have to wait and see how the reports come out of training camp. But look, as soon as we hear something, trust me, we're gonna be on it, and we are going to talk about it. As I said, the number one thing that I'm going to keep a promise to, no matter what, is being consistent. And I'm going to stay that way. And I know for a fact that eventually I'm going to get to a level where not only am I going to hold myself accountable, which I already am, but I know you guys will be on me as well. And that's what I want to build here. I don't want to build just people who watch my stuff. I want to build something bigger than that. And that is my goal. And I'm going to do everything in my power to keep it that way. And look, the number is going to differ based on the day. Sometimes there's going to be 3, there could be 2, there could be 4, whatever it may be. But look, we have got ideas galore as we are hitting the dog days of summer. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy being able to get on here, play this, talk about sports, and actually be able put forth an effort, because it is something I have wanted to do for some time, and that's what I want to continue with. And as I said, I want to build something bigger than just people who watch my videos. I want it to be something special. And for the longest time, I never could figure out how to do it. As I said, I started doing this on social media. And for a few years, it was, there really was no discussion. It was just me talking because of the fact of, it was 0 views, 0 likes, 0 comments, all that kind of stuff. And look, it was a battle because, as I said, at some point, when you deal with that, it is tough. But the thing is that it's just like in life. You got to keep going, and you got to keep believing in what you do. And look, I think it's only going to get better. Once I get a camera and I get that set up and I actually learn how to use it, and I'm able to not just hop on my phone and make a video, when I'm able to actually have days to where I can come in here and it's 3-4 hours in here, so that way I can record, edit, all that stuff. And the thing is that at least for right now, it's all about the learning process. And that's what I'm going through. So any help, that you guys have, I'm absolutely willing to listen to. So we'll dump this. And then get on to the rest of these beans. So we'll finish up this field for today, and then we'll get out of here. But look, I think it's I'm actually enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fact of being able to finally try this out. Plus, I'm surprised at this combine. But look, I think I think we're keeping steady right now, and that's what matters. I do think within each day we will try and switch it up most of the time to where we just do a video of like we did the other day on, I believe it was No Creek, to where I just talked. There was no topic. And then other days there will be plenty of topics to get into. And that's really, I think, the game plan for right now. Like I said before, once we can get to the live stream portion of it, we'll shoot for days to where we'll do a stream of both. Talking about the playthrough and then talking about the topics at hand. Other days it'll just be straight topics. So we'll see. But as I said, that's going to be the game plan for right now. And then once we get to that live streaming portion, we will see where we can go from there. It'll be nice. I'm still going to do videos every now and then. But once we get to that live stream portion, I'm going to focus primarily on at least 2 a week. That's, of course, depending on what's going on in my life. So, but yeah, it's really all about just having fun and enjoying it. And as I said before, this is like to an extent, it's like a fresh start for me. And that's what I enjoy the most out of this. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it. And as I said, once I do get a camera and that type of equipment, I think it's only going to get better from there. So, and then again, I can end up, changing my mind on things, on how I want to do it, and all that. But, we'll see how it goes from there. And that's really just how I'm going to see it for right now. And, as we get deeper into this, we'll spread it out to where, look, there may only be, 2 on Monday and, 1 on Tuesday. But the only thing that I am dead set on is staying consistent with it. And I think that really goes for anything in life. Is that, look, you got to be able to stay consistent with it. if you're able to stay consistent, eventually, with some luck, some hope, and that all of those things together, you will make it. So it's all about trusting the process. Alrighty. Our big field is done. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so we will let that unload, and real quick, we'll just go ahead and go through this again. Let's talk about breakout season. So, I have 4 guys on my list of the Detroit Lions who I believe is going to have a breakout season. One is a bit controversial because he is a rookie, and that would be Jahmyr Gibbs. He has 4.3 speed. He has Monty to keep him fresh. Has pass catching ability. Has the ability to take it to the house at any time. Has Ben Johnson, who I believe is going to scheme him open. Has Jared Goff, and then of course has one of the best offensive lines in football. Same thing with David Montgomery. This team wants to run the ball. And then of course the O-line and Ben Johnson. The other two are on the other side of the ball. You have Pascal, who missed last season because of injuries, but he has got a lot of help on that D-line, and I think the next guy I'm about to mention is his mentor on the line. That being my guy, Aiden, which, look, improvements to the secondary. You get a better secondary when you add to the pass rush. You get a better pass rush not only when you add to the defensive line, but when you add to the secondary. And the biggest leap is year 2 or year 3. I think Aiden is smart enough and has the skills to make the leap this year. With that, is there anybody I missed? Do you guys have a guy in mind that you guys think is going to have a breakout season? Let's talk about it. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for doing what you guys do best. Like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to have a discussion about it, y'all. Let's get after it. With that, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.